The strange gift from Grandma. In the heart of a quiet village surrounded by tall Iroko trees and golden grasslands, there lived a young girl named Amara. She was known across the village for two things, her beauty and her laziness. Amara loved fine clothes, shiny beads, and dancing at moonlight festivals, but she hated work. While other girls woke before sunrise to fetch water, help in the farms, or prepare meals, Amara would still be asleep on her raffia mat, dreaming of marrying a rich trader from the city. Her mother often warned her. "Child," she would say, "a river that forgets its source will dry up." But Amara would only laugh. "What is the use of suffering in the hot sun when life can be enjoyed?" she replied. The villagers shook their heads whenever she passed. Only her grandmother, Mama Ezen, never scolded her. Mama Ezen was the oldest woman in the village. Her back was bent like an old bow, and her silver hair shone like moonlight. People whispered that she understood the language of spirits and trees. Some believed she possessed ancient wisdom passed down from generations before the first kings ruled the land. One harmattan evening, when the dusty wind blew through the village, Mama Ezen sent for Amara. Amara arrived reluctantly. The old woman sat beside a small fire outside her mud hut. Around her neck hung cowries and tiny carved bones. "My granddaughter," Mama Ezen said softly, "I am old. Soon my journey on this earth will end. I have something for you." From a woven basket, she brought out a tiny calabash covered with strange symbols. Amara frowned. "That is the gift?" she asked in disappointment. "I thought maybe you saved gold coins." Mama Ezen smiled gently. "This calabash is more valuable than gold. But you must never open it out of greed. Only open it when your heart is pure." Amara barely listened. She collected the calabash carelessly and hurried home. That night, curiosity burned inside her like fire. What could be inside, she wondered. Jewels. Magic powder. Hidden money. Unable to resist, she locked herself in her room and opened the calabash. The moment the lid lifted, a cold wind rushed out. Whoosh! The room darkened. A strange voice echoed. "Your heart seeks only comfort. Now you shall learn the value of labor." Suddenly, the calabash vanished from her hands. Amara screamed. The next morning, something terrible happened. Her soft skin became rough. Her beautiful wrappers turned old and faded. Worst of all, every time she refused to work, heavy stones mysteriously appeared on her back. At first it was one stone. Then two. Then five. Whenever she complained, more stones appeared. The village children laughed at her as she struggled to walk. "What kind of curse is this?" they mocked. Amara became angry and ashamed. She stopped attending festivals and avoided her friends. One afternoon, desperate and crying, she ran to Mama Ezen's hut. "Grandmother, help me. I am suffering." The old woman looked at her calmly. "What did I tell you about the calabash?" Amara lowered her head. "I opened it." "And why?" "Because I wanted something valuable." Mama Ezen sighed. "The spirits do not punish to destroy. They punish to teach." Amara fell to her knees. "How do I remove the stones?" The old woman pointed toward the distant farms beyond the river. "You must learn the dignity of hard work. Help those who are tired. Feed the hungry. Respect labor. Only then will the burden leave you." Amara wept, but she had no choice. The next morning, for the first time in her life, she woke before sunrise. She followed the woman to the stream and carried water on her head. The stones on her back felt lighter. She helped old farmers weed their land. Another stone disappeared. She cooked meals for hungry children whose parents were sick. 2 more stones vanished. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, Amara changed. The lazy girl who once mocked hard work became the most helpful person in the village. People noticed the difference. She greets elders now. She works harder than anyone. She has become kind. Even her face began to glow with a new beauty, one deeper than smooth skin or expensive beads. One evening during the New Yam festival, Amara danced joyfully with the villagers. Suddenly, the final stone fell from her back and shattered into dust. The crowd gasped. Mama Ezen smiled from across the firelight. At that moment, Amara understood the true meaning of her grandmother's gift. The calabash had never contained wealth. It contained wisdom. Years later, when Mama Ezen finally joined the ancestors, Amara became one of the wisest women in the land. She taught children that riches without character lead to emptiness. And whenever young people complained about work, she would smile and say, "The heaviest load in life is an empty heart." From that day onward, the story of the strange gift from Grandma was told around village fires for generations, reminding people that true wealth is not found in gold, but in humility, kindness, and honest labor.